Today on the TMZ Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton and today I'm joined by Lucas Widman. How are you, Lucas?
Doing great.
TMZ Sports' own Lucas Widman, as in Kidman, Nicole Kidman. You told me how to say your name.
Yep.
You look a bit like her too.
Thank you.
Beautiful man.
We come to this place.
Yes. We got you here because we got some pretty big breaking news about LeBron James' son, Bronny. We're also going to talk about President Biden's dog Commander has gone on a biting rampage at the White House. We'll give you those details. And finally, we're going to talk about the lady who went viral for throwing her massive bra at Drake during a show, okay? We've got some good details on that. But to begin with, you broke the story here about LeBron James' son having a medical emergency during a workout at USC yesterday morning. Can you tell me everything we know?
So it was a very scary situation for Bronny. They had calls for service at 9:26 a.m. at the Galen Center, which is where the Trojans practice and they play. LeBron's son apparently had a cardiac arrest and he was unconscious, according to dispatch.
Jeez.
So they rushed him to the hospital. He was taken to the ICU, but we're told that he's doing much better now and everything is okay. But absolutely terrifying situation. And, you know, hopefully that he's on the road to recovery and that he'll be able to, improve. But, yeah, absolutely terrifying.
How was he unconscious? He just suffered like a little bit of a heart issue, or what? What are the details surrounding? How do you just end up unconscious during something like that?
We don't know just yet, but as you can see with any of these situations, like whether it was a pre-existing condition that he has, or whether it was a freak accident, we don't know that for certain yet. Mm-hmm. But we'll be getting those details as this story unfolds. But all that we know is that he's doing much better now, and which is great to hear because Bronny is, he's one of those kids who he has the spotlight on him, obviously with his dad being who he is, but he's a great kid. He's a star at USC.
Right.
He's about to go into his freshman season, but he averaged about 14 points at Sierra Canyon. Is a star in his own right, and you just hope the best for him.
LeBron wasn't there, obviously. This was
No.
just like his college, training, and it just happened on the court while they were training or something like that.
Right. And the thing is, LeBron already tweeted last night, making jokes about signing a deal in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
So it seems like everything is going in the right direction, that they're all in good spirits, and moving forward, I hope that everything's going to be okay for Bronny.
Do you think, because obviously there's that whole narrative that LeBron isn't going to retire until Bronny makes it to the NBA and he'd love to play on the same team as his son. Do you think such a medical emergency throws that up in the air a bit?
A bit. And you have to have that kind of concern. I think right now is just making sure that he's okay as a person before you start thinking about basketball. But from everything that we're hearing, it doesn't sound like this is going to derail his entire basketball career.
Because you would have thought, if something scary and just happens all of a sudden, or even if it's a pre-existing condition, it makes you concerned going forward that it might happen again, or you don't want to sort of make the situation any worse or make it even likelier for it to happen if something physical. If you like working out and training and pushing his body to its limits, like you have to do in these athletic pursuits, if that is bad for your body. So, yeah, I mean, it's concerning. Basketball, obviously, secondary. But man, I hope the kid's going to be, all right and be able to live a happy life going forward without having to worry about this sort of stuff.
Right. And you see these situations. Obviously, you don't know all the information yet, but, especially the DeMar Hamlin situation, like that was a freak accident. These things are happening, and, you're reminded about it when something this high profile happens, but it's part of the nature of the sports, that people are playing, and
right.
And people, will have these situations come up, and, Bronny, he's one of those guys who he's a specimen, and it still happens to him. So, here's hoping that everything's going to be okay.
Totally. And you mentioned that last night LeBron was tweeting about, hey, I'll join a Saudi Arabia team.
Right.
What was going on there? Because a Saudi Arabia, some team offered Mbappe, the best soccer player, like $1 billion for 1 year to play on a team.
Right.
And Bronny said, "How about me? I'll come play." What was
He's
that
like,
story?
reach out to my guys, Rich Paul and everybody. Yeah. The money in Saudi Arabia is crazy right now. And you see that with Ronaldo. You see what was being offered at Messi before he took the MLS job. It's different, and it's going to change sports. It is absolutely going to change sports because there's so much money there, and they're trying to basically have power over all of that. You see it with the Live Golf situation as well.
Totally.
And, I wouldn't be surprised if after LeBron's playing days, he goes and plays 1 year in Saudi Arabia and makes more money than he ever did in his NBA career.
That sounds like it makes so much sense, like it's going to happen because, obviously their Live little thing was a massive success because they got the PGA to sort of like buy them out. So big tick, they lured golfers over with money. Now they're trying to lure people from other sports, goats of other sports over. I could see Bronny and LeBron maybe playing on a Saudi Arabia team if Bronny isn't good enough to make the Lakers or something like that. Right. I could see that. And if Mbappe one day, $1 billion for 1 year, for 1 year, $1 billion.
Yeah, that is something too that was brought, as soon as I read LeBron's tweet, I was like, this is odd because people usually don't want to go out there and put their support in something like that could be considered controversial. But LeBron's like, hey, it's the money. Like
it's not like there's even I agree because for those golfers who said yes, I'll take the money and go and play and live, like it was a big no and it was frowned upon for many months. So and now players like LeBron are coming out and saying pick me. It's not even like he has a deal on the table. He's just going out and saying pick me, and so it's like I guess the Saudi Arabia achieved their goals in getting us to change our minds about. Yeah, we're like sign me up now rather than like, oh, I don't want to be seen to be like accepting the money. It's a crazy new thing in sports, the evolution in sports.
Yeah. And you have like the NFL. It's like, how are they going to handle this? What is going to be the result of all this? Because there's going to be so much, trickle down effect with everything about it. And, have this conversation in 20 years and we're going to be like, wow, remember when Saudi Arabia didn't run all American sports?
Right. It'll be the SAFL, won't it?
Yeah.
It might be.
Yeah,
if
maybe.
they've got the money. God, man, imagine. On to our next story. President Biden has a very naughty dog. Well, two very naughty dogs, actually, because his current dog, Commander, who I think is referred to as the first dog of the United States, because he's taken the title from another dog, their last dog, Major. Major was kicked out of the White House for biting too many people. And now Commander is accused of going on a rampage and biting 7 people around the White House. How does this happen? Like, how does this happen that they get these dogs? And to be honest, if it was anyone else's dog, would the dog be like put down? Like, you can't go around biting people. I've heard of dogs being put down for less than 7 people. So apparently 2 of the people were Secret Service agents who were like at work. What do you feel about this? This is crazy that the president's dog, that our dog, the people's dog, is going around biting all the staff in the White House.
I want to figure out where they're getting these dogs because it seems like there's an issue here, a reoccurring theme with them just being absolute menaces. Like, and also with being the president, don't you think that there would be some kind of a way that you can get some training going? Because
right,
I feel like all dogs at the very core are good dogs.
Okay, that's nice of you to feel that way.
So maybe it's Biden. Maybe he's the common denominator here. But no, I think they got to get this situation figured out because it's not a good look. Absolutely not a good look.
Well, I know, just get Caesar Milan on the line. Like, surely he could spend a couple hours. I mean, even let Caesar bring cameras to the White House and they can do a special episode of one of his, dog rescue or whatever his shows are called. And we can make, Major a good dog. Like, I don't even know, to be honest, don't really old people usually have small lap dogs anyway? Why are they messing with these German Shepherds when he's nearly 80, 90, whatever he is?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's the wrong dog.
It really should be like a little tiny, like I'm imagining Biden like holding like a small little like poodle. Like
just Maltese or something.
Yeah.
Why is he got a German Shepherd?
German Shepherd. bad experiences with German Shepherds. I know they're a popular dog and everyone loves them, but I'm not a big fan.
I'm not a
big
huge fan.
I had a newspaper route and I got bit by a German Shepherd.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you got beef with German Shepherds since then?
Low key, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So you knew, like, when you saw that Biden had got these German Shepherds in the White House, you knew
Trouble.
back then.
Yeah, I was like, that's trouble.
Yeah. And you were proven right that Biden's biting German Shepherds were going to cause havoc around the White House. Commander is, our story says he sank his teeth into one agent's arm and thigh, sending him to the hospital. Then he got toothy with another Secret Service, biting his hand and his arm during a movie night. He ruined the movie night. So I don't know what there is to do about this dog, but it's no good. It's no good. And like, if it was my dog, that dog would be asleep right now.
Right.
For good.
I'm trying to figure out what movie it was, though. Was it Air Bud? Or was it like a dog-themed movie that like the dog saw on the screen and it was like, I got to pounce. Like, this is my territory.
Right. Maybe he was trying to protect. He thought that the Secret Service was coming too close to Biden. And so he was stepping in to protect his owner. Maybe, because movies can make you feel like a sense of, I need to go and it's motivational, or I need to, yes.
Yeah.
And then the dog took it too far. So we'll have to see what happens to Commander, but very naughty, bad dog. You have to roll up a newspaper and smack it on the nose.
Yeah.
Last story. Drake, something during his concert the other day went viral when a lady threw her 36G, whatever that means, her 36G bra on stage and Drake picked it up. Did you see this video?
I sure did.
I
did.
Of course you did. Well, this lady has gone viral. I think do we have a little bit of sound from the concert of the lady? Yeah, we'll play that now.
36G. Locate this woman immediately.
So this lady has taken to TikTok and say, this is who I am. I'm Veronica Correa. So she was like, put her hand up, put her boobs on. She's saying, this is my 36G bra. We had her on TMZ Live. She said that she's getting offers from Playboy now. She has really made the most of her viral moment. Let's listen to some of her sound now.
So I ended up, taking the one off that I was wearing that night. That is my true bra size. And I threw it at his feet, and I mean, like, I lost my mind when he actually picked it up. But Playboy had actually reached out to me on my Instagram DMs and said, if you want to apply, we'll accept you right away. So yeah, I did. I applied, and they did accept me. And they want to speak with me very soon. So maybe later today after this call, I will speak with them as well.
She's in her 15 minutes right now.
I love it.
Yeah, me too.
Strike while the iron's hot. I'm talking Playboy, OnlyFans, whatever. Everything that you can, because anything with Drake is always going to be a headline. No pun intended to his own.
Yeah.
But no, like, she is taking advantage of the opportunity, and I applaud her for that, because gotta make that money.
Of course you do. Good advice, Lucas.
Yeah.
Really good advice. Yeah. Start an OnlyFans. You'll sign up. When Drake picked up the bra, he was like, locate this woman immediately. And now she is going, like, she's all over the internet. Mm-hmm. She was telling Harvey and Charles yesterday on TMZ Live that, she has bad back pain and she wouldn't recommend having boobs this big. She did. Where is that bra today, do you think? Like, what does Drake still have it?
Absolutely. And I think he probably has it like in a glass case.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the question is, her DMs, she's talking about Playboy reaching out to her. Has she made contact with Drake?
Oh, yes.
That's the big question here.
Right. Drake's got to invite her to another show, or Drake's got to do some gesture for this woman because he wanted to find her. She's made herself known. So what are you going to do for me now, my boobs?
Don't be surprised if he brings her out on stage at one of his next concerts and he goes, it's the boob girl.
It's the boob girl. and everyone throws their bras on stage because, we have had a troubling trend lately of people throwing things at musicians while they're performing. Like BB Rexa got hit in the face with a phone. Harry Styles is in incidences. Ava Max had incidents. There's been
Someone threw a vape at Drake like this past weekend.
Oh yeah, someone threw one of those vapes. That's right. And he didn't take too kindly to the vape, but he took more kindly to the bra. Obviously,
Right.
But if you were at a concert, would you like, if you want, you're a big music fan, massive, say, Blackpink fan.
Yes.
Who have you got on your T-shirt right now?
Dua Lipa.
You're a massive Dua Lipa fan.
Yeah.
What can a man do that is like, the same as like, a 36G throwing the bra at Drake? Great. Lucas, if you, were in throwing distance to Blackpink, would you be whipping off those tidy whities and?
I thought you were going to ask me if I was going to throw my bra.
Right, no, I'm not gonna.
I guess like the equivalent would be like a jock strap or something, but I don't think they would really like that.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
So if you had your shot, and this could potentially, Lucas, you could be bra girl, but you could be like undies boy or man. We'll make you a man. You could be like locate this man immediately because look at these amazing. Look how huge his underpants are. Wow. Would you do it?
I mean, honestly, I would do anything for clout. I am not too
proud.
Too proud to say that. Yeah, I would do anything for fame. So
wow, there you go. Well, you're on the TMZ podcast.
Yeah, I made it.
This is the first step to your wildest dreams. All right, Lucas, thank you very much for joining us, mate.
Absolutely, this was fun.
Great. We'll see you guys here tomorrow. Bye.